This is the video for warm-up number 8-5. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy this line segment, segment AB. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put segment A prime below. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line longer than I think it needs to be. Now we're going to measure the distance from point A to point B. Now I'm going to transfer this point down here to A prime. And we're going to make a nice large arc there. We'll go ahead and label this B prime. So we copied the segment AB and we labeled it A prime, B prime. Okay, on number 2, we need to copy this angle now. So once again, I'm going to go the same direction that it's going. So I'm going to go ahead and put my B prime right here. And draw my bottom ray. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and make this smaller. We're going to make our arc going across angle B. Take the same point, move it down here to B prime. And we're going to make that same arc, making sure we go bigger than we think we need to. Now we're going to measure between this point and this point that we created by making the arc. Go ahead and move that down here now. Make that arc. Go ahead and connect vertex B prime, the point we just made, and make sure you put your arrow at the end to show that it's a ray. So now I just copied angle B and we named it B prime. Okay, we want to construct a perpendicular bisector for number 3. So we're going to take our point, put it here at the end, and we want to go more than half. And I'm going to make my arc on this side. We're going to move it to this side. Do that again. Now we're going to connect these 2 points that we just created. Make sure and put your 90-degree symbol and your tick marks showing that these 2 segments are the same. It doesn't ask us to label midpoints, we're not going to do that. Okay, then on this one we're going to bisect the angle. I'm going to go ahead and do that by making an arc that crosses both rays. Put this point right here. Move it to the other side. I'm going to copy both, or sorry, make a line now between both of them. Put an arrow at the end showing that that's a ray, and then we're going to put tick marks on both of those to show those angles are the same. Okay, warm-up is continued now on the next page. Okay, now we're going to construct a line that's perpendicular to the given line through the given point. So to do that, I first of all need to make sure this doesn't go off the segment that I'm given. So I'm going to make an arc on this side and an arc on that side. Now I'm going to put my point right here, and I'm going to go more than half. And I'm going to go ahead and just make an arc above on both sides, since I only need one more point, since I've already given one. Now we're going to connect these 2 points. And make sure to put your 90-degree sign. Okay, now we're going to do it through this point. This is where we do the Cyclops smiley face. Put my point right there. We want to make sure it's going to stay on there. Make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to connect I'm gonna use that point and that point. So once again, we're gonna go a little more than half. And we're gonna go below. And once again, make sure you put your 90-degree angle. Okay, now we're going to make a line that's parallel. Okay, so to do that, first of all, we're going to make our angle. Remember, we're using the copy the angle method here. So I'm going to put my point right here, and I need to make my arc where it's between those two. So I'm going to make my arc there. Take this point, move it right here. Oops, that went off. And make my second arc. Now we're going to measure the distance between these 2 points. And now we're going to connect. Make sure you put your arrow at both ends. Then we also need our symbol to show that they are parallel. I'm going to use the double arrows this time. Okay, so there's our next one. Okay, now we want to construct a hexagon that is inscribed a circle with the given radius. First thing I need to do is find my center. Now we need to measure this radius. About right there. Okay. Now keep it the same measurement. I'm going to pick any point on there. We're going to go ahead and start. And then we get out our straight edge and we connect the points that are right there on the circle. Okay, now we're going to do an equilateral triangle. So go ahead, get my center there, and measure our radius. Okay, and go ahead and do our 6 arcs again. And this time we're only going to connect every other arc. Okay, our last one is going to be a square inscribed a circle with a given radius. I'm going to go ahead and do this one over here, a little bit more space. Make sure we get our point. And go ahead and measure. Okay, and I want to go ahead and draw my diameter. Make sure it goes to the center. You can draw anywhere you want. Then we're going to put this right here on this point right there. So we have a point right there and a point right there. You go a little more than half. Now we're going to connect these 2 points. Okay, and that is our warm-up. Oh, we want to find the slope of segment AB, where A is -2.5 and B is 6.1. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and find our change in Y over our change in X. To go from 5 to 4, sorry, from 5 to 1, we subtract 4. To go from -2 to 6, we add 8. So -4 over 8 is a -1/2. So our slope of segment AB is -1/2.